Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Tuesday, March 16th, a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in sunny California. A lot of people have been messaging me over the last couple of days saying, Crypto G, what's going on? What's happening in this market? Come on, we need a video from you. I have been longing to sit down and actually make a video to give you my take and my perspective on what is going on in the market. And I hope to do just that in today's video. However, before I get to the short-term price action and my take on where it's going, I want to start by taking a step back. I want to start by talking to you about something that I believe is very important. And if you hang with me through this stuff, I promise before I end this video, I'm going to give you some short-term price action and my predictions for what's getting ready to happen in the market. But first, I want to say that if we take a step back and we look at things from a macro perspective, you have to think about what is necessary for your personal well-being. You have to set yourself up to succeed in any market, regardless of what's going on. And in order to do that, there's really 5 things that you need. Now, I've been thinking about this story in the Bible about a guy named David, a little kid named David, probably a late teenager, who had to fight this giant named Goliath. And Goliath was a warrior, stood over 9 feet tall, had armor, spear, sword, shield, all of that junk. But David was a shepherd, just out in the field taking care of his sheep. And when David went to fight Goliath, he stopped by this brook, and he reached into the brook, and he chose 5 smooth stones. So he only had to fight one giant, but in order to face that one giant, he chose 5 smooth stones. Why did he choose 5 stones? Well, I think David was realistic enough to know that he might miss. As confident as he was, he still had to be realistic enough to know that he might miss. And he knew that if he got out there on the battlefield and he missed with the first stone, if he didn't have more stones in his pouch, he would be a sitting duck, and that giant would have his way with him. Now, we're all trying to fight a giant, and the giant is poverty. And if you're going to defeat the giant of poverty, you also need your 5 smooth stones. Now, what are those stones? Well, the first stone is your salary. You need a job. You need to be gainfully employed. You need a regular salary that can provide for your day-to-day, month-to-month expenses. That's your first smooth stone. Your second stone is your side hustle. You need some way to make extra income on the side. Your side hustle is some type of a side business or side job that you do to make some extra income on the side. The third smooth stone that you need is your savings. You need a savings account in which you make it your goal to have 6 months living expenses tucked away in a savings account, just in case there's some type of emergency situation in which you lose your salary or your side hustle. If both of those fail, you've got another smooth stone, and that's your savings. Your fourth smooth stone are your safe investments. Your safe investments. These are long-term investments that you believe are going to make you a profit. They're not going to make you rich overnight, but they're going to make you a sizable profit in due time. Now, you might stop and ask, what if you don't have any money to put into any investments? Well, that's where your side hustle comes in. You see, maybe your salary only provides for your living expenses, but maybe the money you get from your side hustle, you put into your safe investments. But then the fifth smooth stone is your speculation. And these are riskier investments. This is one area of your income in which you say, I'm going to shoot for the fences with this small amount of money. I'm going to leverage this small amount of money and go after much larger returns. Now, at the end of the day, the way the story with David and Goliath ended in the Elah Valley was David only needed one of those stones. At the end of the day, the other 4 stones just sat in his pouch. At the end of the day, only one of his smooth stones was necessary to take down the giant. And what I would like to suggest to you is that one stone that could be the difference, that could be the only stone you need, is your speculation. Your speculation, that risky trade, that risky investment that you take. If you take it at the right time and in the right way, that could be the only stone you need. And that is what my trading group provides for you. That is what my trading group is designed to facilitate. That one smooth stone, that's simply a small percentage of your total investment capital, that you invest in a vehicle that has the potential to surpass all of the other investments. And so I'm saying this, after today, I'm not going to bring up my trading group. After today, I'm not going to bring up my trading group again for the next 2 weeks, for the rest of the month. But today, I just want to say the reason I'm bringing this up today is because I believe that time is of the essence. And the way we are layering these trades and setting up this foundation, time is short. The assets that we're trading are not going to be where they are very much longer. And once altcoin season hits and these assets take off, if you haven't already built your foundation, it's going to be kind of tough to catch up. Impossible? No, it's never impossible. You still can jump in later. But if you are even thinking about joining my trading group, which is the trader level here on my YouTube memberships, or the gold level on my Patreon, this is the time to do it. This is the moment to do it. Because I believe that the odds are we're not going to visit the territory we're in right now again. That this pullback we're in the midst of is one final opportunity that we have to jump into this market, to grab this bull by the horns, and to ride it for all it's worth. Maybe you're a hodler and you want to upgrade to a trader. Maybe you're in my silver level on Patreon and you want to upgrade to the gold level. Now's the time to do it. You won't hear this from me again for the rest of this month, I promise. All right? With that being said, let's look at these charts and let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Now, first, let me say that for all the technical analysis that we've seen and heard, all of us technical analysts across the YouTube sphere have been changing our projections and changing what we see and changing the fractals that we're using because this market is in constant flux. None of us know exactly what it's going to do. So looking at where Bitcoin is sitting right now, what is going to happen? Well, we could still be looking at something like this. This pullback here could simply be the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we still have this leg up to 5 to finish these Elliott waves. That's definitely a possibility. And then from there, we go into an A, B, C correction. So I thought it would happen a little further down, but it could simply be that this Elliott wave here needs to move over here like this part of the Elliott wave, like that. And then this simply needs to move over like this, something like that. It could be, right? This could be it. Or it could do something completely different. If we think of this in terms of Fibonacci retracements from the swing high to the swing low over here. Matter of fact, to make this cleaner, if we make this drop the 618, then if we do another fib from the swing high of this move and make this the 1, retracing to the 618 could do something like this. We could come back up here to test this 236 and then break down to the 618. And then from there, I would expect a bounce, and then we'd move out like that. That's a possibility too. Which one's going to happen? I don't know. All I know is that if we look at the RSI and we look at the MACDs, both the MACDs and the RSI are bearish here. However, if we look at this from the perspective of the EMAs, and we look at the 50, we've just broken above the 50 EMA. So we checked in with the 50, broke below it, and now we're breaking back up above the 50 EMA. And it looks like we also already checked in. We tagged the 100 EMA already, which is actually good news. We haven't touched the 200 EMA since back here, so we may need to come down. So the scenario with the Fibonacci retracements would simply mean we would break down here, to basically check in with the 200 EMA before taking off toward the next all-time high. I don't know which one it's going to be. I really don't like to speculate about short-term price action. I like to simply look at long-term viability. I'm a position trader rather than a day trader. But with that in mind, if we look at XRP, look at this. Did you guys see this spike? When was this? This was just last night at like 11 p.m., I think, California time. The bulls tried to break us out of this range because XRP, people ask, what's going on with XRP? I sense the juice coming back into XRP, but we've simply been in this range. And actually, this range is between 40 cents and 48 cents that we've just been in here forever. I mean, ever since we broke down beneath 48 cents over here on February 23rd, we've just been in this range ever since then, just kind of this extended consolidation period. You can call it accumulation period, whatever you want. But the bulls tried to push us out of here yesterday, and the bears just smacked us right back down into there. So, yeah, we just have to keep watching XRP to see what happens. But ADA, look at this. ADA, I'm excited about ADA. We broke out of this bearish RSI. We've got some very bullish MACDs going on there, and we broke bullish out of this bull pennant. And that gives me a target of $1.77 for ADA. That's my next short-term target. I'm excited about that. NEO looks much the same, except we haven't broken out yet. NEO is making this bull pennant. When the RSI breaks above this line and when the MACDs break bearish, I believe we're going to break bearish. I anticipate we're going to break bearish out of this bull pennant, and we're going to head up towards $70. TFUEL. I want to look at TFUEL because I know I said that TFUEL was going to come down into the low 20s, low 20 centile range. However, looking at TFUEL, even though the MACDs and the RSI are bearish, we're building a bull pennant. This is a bullish progression, and so if we're building a bull pennant here, I expect to break bullish out of this. This means that TFUEL's not done here. TFUEL has some more juice left in it, and there's a good chance TFUEL's going to break bullish out of this and head up to the 66-cent mark, which is absolutely nuts, isn't it? And then THETA token, last but not least. Real excited about THETA token. We're still above this line. We haven't even come back down to test this line with all of the bearishness in the market. It hasn't really phased THETA. I think my next target for THETA is between $10 and $11. And I do believe we're going to see $20 very soon with THETA. So that's very, very exciting. All right, folks, that's all I got for you today. Just a quick update on where it's going. But the main thing I wanted to communicate to you today is that if you've got your 5 smooth stones, you actually don't have to be moved by short-term price action. Who cares if it goes up, if it goes down? With your safe investments, my safe investments is mostly crypto. It's a widely diversified crypto portfolio, which I hold on to for dear life. And then my 5th smooth stone, my speculation, that's my position trading strategy. That's the one that I'm going to swing for the fences on. All right, folks, so that's all I got for you today. I hope this is a good start. We're just going to watch this market and see where it goes. But don't be afraid. Don't worry. Don't freak out. Just make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, and walk in love every day. And with that being said, this is Cryptogenic signing out.